breathe out and reach, the ribs drop down, the knee stays up high. Okay guys, so as promised, I am taking you through a single leg strength endurance building sequence. 5-minute flow. So this is going to really help to get you strong on that single leg for when we're doing our hip openers and our hip strength work in class with all of our hinges and balance work. So we're going to start off on the left leg first, and I'll get you guys to pause the video and do the reps. So we're going to take the right knee up as high as possible, heel drives in towards the hamstring, and we're standing up tall on that left leg, starting to engage. I want you to reach the left arm up and then reach the right arm up. So we're alternating here, keeping a nice strong hip lock on this right leg. Using the breath as we breathe out and reach, the ribs drop down, the knee stays up high. So this hip, this driving knee hip, is up higher than the stance leg hip. Last 2. And 1. And take it to the other side, driving the left knee up nice and high. Heel to hamstring, left hip is up higher than stance leg. So we should really feel that glute kicking in to do this. Exhale, ribs drop down and reach. So as we do this, really working on keeping a good, strong rib position, not expanding like so too much, and keeping the tension on in this stance leg glute to keep this knee and hip higher than the stance leg glute. Last 2 and 1. Back to the left leg. Now you'll go into an arabesque. So we're driving the hips back in this position. Knee goes up as high as possible. Up tall. Be careful that you're not doing this or tucking under or arching. Draw it down and start to drive the hips back. Nice and long, fairly straight leg here, as straight as you can get it. Hips back, hips forward, drive the knee high. Breathe out, hips back, nice long body. Even if you're up here, that's fine. I just don't want you rounding the back, okay? Driving on up. You're gonna go for 10 reps on this leg. Take it to the other side, and we go for 10 reps on the other leg. So knee up nice and high, hip lock position, driving the hips back. Pause and hold, drive it forward and up. So you're going to go through 10 reps on each side. You can pause the video. Next one, you're standing up on that left single leg again, and we're going for our hip openers nice and slow. So driving the knee out as wide as possible. Okay, externally rotate up as tall as possible here. Keep the knee high and back in. We're going to do 5 of those. Tension through the arms. 4, breathe out 3, keep that neutral spine, 2, and 1. From there, changing sides, knee up as high as possible, breathe out 5 as we do it, keeping those hips as square as possible and not turning off to the side. Last 3, knee as high as possible here, 2, careful not to drop it, and 1. Taking it to the other side, we're going to go and do the full circle now. So knee up as high as possible, as wide as possible, keeping it slow. We're going to drive the knee down and the heel up, trying not to arch the back here, all the way behind us and down, reverse it. So back, keeping the knee down, heel up, and then opening the hip, knee up, heel down, back into the midline, and stay tension on here. We try that 5 times. So you're going to go through 5 times on that right leg. So pause the video now, and then 5 times on the left leg, going all the way out, wide as super slow as you can go, transitioning to internal rotation, squeeze, and then back the way you came, staying up tall, trying not to lean to one side, back in and down for 5 reps. Last little bit of the sequence, you're going to go straight into a curtsy lunge, into a high knee drive and a wide lunge. So this is exactly what we were doing before. We're going to drive the hips back, reach the back leg as long as possible, going as low as possible. You should feel it in that glute, knees over the second toe. We're going to drive it on up, knee goes as high as possible, and then we're going to land soft into a wide lunge. Weight into the heel, drive it on up, and curtsy lunge, hips back, tap, and drive it on up, hips forward, land soft, that's 2. You're going to go ahead and do 5 reps on that leg, and then switch sides for another 5 reps, doing exactly the same thing on the other side. Try that sequence, it should take you no more than 5 to 10 minutes. Let me know how you go. Driving knee hip is up higher than the stance leg hip.